welcome to my channel. You are watching Treasures Made from Yarn and coming to you from a hotel room in Cedar Rapids. Had you have seen my post I had to make an emergency stop near Cedar Rapids because my husband was getting very, very sick. And it's a good thing I did because he was very, very sick. So I guess it turned out he has some kind of infection. I don't know much more than that. He is doing much better, and we're hoping to leave Cedar Rapids tomorrow. Or it'll be, I'm recording this on October 23rd, hoping to leave Cedar Rapids October 24th. So anyway, I thought I would do a quick video showing what I've done on my vacation. Okay, so I had thought I would treat this like a work in progress video / what I got done video. But this is mostly what I had done while I was on the trip. Actually, technically, I'm still on the trip because I'm not even home yet. So I didn't even bring any of my stuff that I would normally record. So I'm just doing this without a tripod, or I didn't bring a mic with me. So I'll probably try to speak up a little longer. So yeah, as right now it's set up. I did bring a little mic stand and I can sit it on top of my purse. Yeah, okay. So anyway, let's kind of show you what I got done. So when I went on the trip, this was full of cotton yarn. I had since went through all the cotton yarn. It's all made up into projects. So anyway, one of these is this. I had a little bit of red cotton left, and I just put a little flower that's now attached to this. So that's one. I think I have a pattern for this little flower. So if I remember, I'll put that in the link or the description. So yeah, so now I have all of these dishcloths that are done. So I've been doing Scrubby Sunday. Obviously this video is not coming out on a Sunday, but I've been doing Scrubby Sunday for a while. And Scrubby Sunday is dishcloths for the American Starfish. It's for the American Starfish. It helps out homeless veterans. So I guess Heather at Strings and Threads was doing like a Scrubby Sunday for a while and was making dishcloths, and the American Starfish had reached out to her to ask her to make dishcloths for their organization. She of course said yes, and a bunch of us on YouTube had jumped on that bandwagon and making dishcloths. So I got a whole bunch of dishcloths done. Okay, let's see which one I want to start with. Yeah, this was from the Dishy, and this is my eye candy pattern, and I absolutely love how this pulled. That turned out pretty awesome. I love this. I love how this turned out. So that is, yeah, this is that eye candy. I have an eye candy pattern. So I will leave that link in the description. There's that. But I have some Dishy left over, and that went into this. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up donating this, but it's a scrubby pad. That's mostly the thermal stitch, except I have some bumpies on the end. I am not sure if I might donate this one, but I'm not sure because I did run out of the Dishy. To finish it up, I had to go with this, with the red, just the Hobie. I believe it's the Hobie cotton yarn. I had to finish it off with that. So I'm not sure how I feel about donating this one, but yeah, I have a video tutorial and a written pattern for this too, so that will be in the description. Okay, let's see what else. So yeah, you probably already saw this was a work in progress in one of my last videos. So this is done, and this is using that scrub off yarn, cotton yarn I had. So I do believe, I think this is the Suzette stitch. I think, pretty sure. So yeah, that is when we do, I think, a single and a double crochet in the same stitch. So that is done. I don't have a video tutorial or written tutorial on this, but there might be one in the future. So make sure you subscribe if I put a tutorial out on that. So let's see, other dishcloths that I use the same pattern with. That is, yeah, this is also made the same way as the Scrubby dishcloth. I was kind of hoping it would, I guess it does. It did pull a little better. Okay, I guess, but I do believe this is the Suzette. Okay, the Suzette stitch also. Okay, I got like 3 more dishcloths yet. So this is, if you can see about it, I was using up a bunch, these next 2 dishcloths, we're using up a bunch of my, oh my God, hold on. Yeah, I'm coughing. All right, yeah, again, I have a cold. So this is making this video harder, so. Anyway, this stitch is, like you see, it's just a whole bunch of, I was using up all of my scraps. This, I believe, is a spider stitch, which is probably similar to my small shell, but it's single crochet, chain 1 single crochet. And that's what that is. Yeah, and using up my scraps. And this one, I have, if this is a variation of my rectangle dishcloth pattern, but obviously they're not obvious rectangles, but I was like changing colors in the middle. So that's what this one is. So again, this is also using up my scraps for this dishcloth. And this is, yeah, this one didn't, I'm disappointed on how this one turned out. This is my, pretty much, I started by corner to corner, and this is my textured dishcloth. I have a video tutorial on this dishcloth too. I don't like how this turned out. I decided to use some of the red in here. So yeah, this is all single crochet alternating front loop and back loop. So yeah, you start at one end, and then you decrease it, increase it, and then you start decreasing it. So yeah, I know it kind of looks more like a triangle, but it's not really square, it's triangle shape. I also didn't like how I was finishing up the red, because you can see that in there. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll donate this one, but anyway, I'll leave a pattern link. I'll leave a link for the pattern for this. But it is kind of cool. I like how the texture looks out. But just be prepared if you do this one. It looks kind of more like a triangle than a square. So that is it for my dishcloths. But I do have other projects done that I had used the cotton yarn in this bag. So give me a moment. Okay. So I'm actually happy to report I did another reversible pumpkin. Cute. This is one side. Kind of gave it a little twirly top. Actually, yeah, I think I made them both smiling faces, because this was supposed to be the sad side, but he looks like he's still smiling. But yeah, it's reversible. You switch it around. This side's obviously smiling. And again, it kind of looks like, I like the little how it just add a little twirly top to it. It is cute. So I do have a tutorial for this too, but I did It's not a full tutorial, but I did do what I suggested. I did single. Oh, here, let me pull. I can pull you out. I did do single or slip stitches along, like 3 stitches along, where it was changing colors, and I did slip stitch it on the ends. So I will leave that video in the description too. So that is that one. And I had a little bit of that scrubby, that orange scrubby yarn left, a little bit, so I just made a little hyperbolic ball. So kind of like a fidget toy type thing. So it never get. I always enjoy making these. These. It's kind of like a fun little project. I think it relieves as much stress as making these as it is playing with it. So I always like making these. These are fun. It's kind of cute how you got the little scrubby edge on it too. So that is that hyperbolic ball. I have another one. I did another one, which I had with the green yarn I had left over. So this is kind of different. Yeah, I think I did double crochets for that one while, but yeah, made some interesting features on it. So this is a nice other hyperbolic ball. This one's, I intended to make this like a little wormy, like a wormy friend, but it's pretty much now I got another hyperbolic ball, but this one has a tail. So another fidget toy. And now I'm kind of like at the point of my trip that I was like, pretty much now I just used up all the extra cotton yarn that I had brought with me. And I had brought yarn I only brought yarn that was specifically for my temperature scarf, my temperature blanket, and it's back here, and my granny square make-along blanket. So the granny square make-along blanket from August to December, I learned that through Connie at Just Another Stitch. So I brought that project with me, but I was like starting to run out of yarn, but it's getting later in the year. It's like late October, November. So I had brought 80s with me for the temperature blanket, and I don't think I'm going to use 80s much anymore. So I had plenty of that left over, and I was wanting to make more stuff. So I made some roses. So this rose came out, I got this years and years ago. So there's a rose pattern. There's a rose pattern in here. So I did that. I made that with this. Then after I was done with it, and it got me thinking, because I'm always thinking about making like fidget type toys. So I kind of modified the pattern a little and made like a fidget rose. So what that is, let's see if I can find it on here. You can trace the petals around. Like here's the starting petal, and you just kind of follow and trace the petals around. And it goes around and around, and you just follow it around till it goes back to the bottom. That's what I was kind of thinking with this rose. So I think the bottom ends right, I think right there. So anyway, I kind of made, and then I made another rose. Like I said, I kind of modified it a bit. So from this one, notice this one kind of got a hole in it, and I didn't like the hole, so I kind of made this one. So okay, hopefully this video is not going too long. It's meant to be a short video, but I want to show you what I kind of got done. So, and I think that covers everything that I have finished. So it says I only brought 3 ongoing projects, and that's the temperature blankets, the temperature blanket, the temperature scarf, and the granny square blanket. So actually, okay, because it was easy to grab, I have my temperature scarf in here. And I right now I can no longer work on that project, on this project anymore until I get back home. Because the only thing I had brought with me is the 50s, because I knew that was in the forecast for where I was going in Wisconsin. And I had the 60s with me because that was the temperature when I left, and I didn't want to cut it off right away, which is a good thing I didn't. So this is caught up until yesterday. And today in Cedar Rapids, the high got into 70s, and I didn't bring that yarn with me, so I can't work on this project anymore until I get back home. Which kind of sucks, because I prided myself in keeping this one up to date daily. But yeah, I am now stopped until I get home to finish this. Which is, yeah, look how big, oh my goodness. It's how big, it's already the size of a scarf. It's big already. That's kind of cool. If I decide to do a temperature project again for 2024, it'll probably just be a scarf like this, or something where I can just do a row very quickly. Because holy crap, the temperature blanket is eating. That was almost overwhelming. But for a first ever, my knitted temperature blanket is further ahead now than this. Okay, now we're back. So that's because when I had brought for the blanket, which I wish I had done for the scarf, I actually had yarn with me ranging from the 50s up to the 80s. So I was able to work on this today because I got in the 70s. So yeah, this one is up to date. Let's see, am I showing? Okay, that's the wrong, I'm showing you the wrong side. But yeah, it wasn't for this vacation. I actually got October. October is I was like almost 2 weeks behind, maybe a week and a half. Well, no, more than that. Maybe 2 weeks back, and I was way behind on that. So I was able to catch up. And I think I was able, again, I think there are some, I'm trying to think if there's probably some areas in here where I did 2 days at once, but once I caught up a couple of days back, it's not like that. So pretty much every row is a day in here. So I definitely want to make sure I get this caught up. Well, keep this up to date as much as I can. Because when I do get home, I wish I didn't bring it with me, and I wish I did. And that is the Mystery Yarn Challenge project. I wish I had brought that, because now I'm pretty much sitting where I was last month. Scramble, I'm now, there's like a week left in October, and now I have to. And I haven't gotten that much, I didn't get that much done into this month's Mystery Yarn Challenge, which I should mention is hosted by Lori at Armchair Chef. Make sure you check out her channel. She probably is going to be close to it. She must be close to announcing November's. I know she's not going to have one in December because December is crazy. It's Christmas. I don't know if I can get this in here, but here, let me get up. Oh, okay. All right, look at that. Oh, yeah, this is huge. I'm trying to do a square for every day from in August, probably through December, but I don't know if I will do a square for every day in December. It depends on how much yarn I have left, but anyway, I'm actually, now I was behind on this one too, but now I'm ahead. On this, so. But, because was today, when I'm recording this video, when I went to visit my husband in the hospital, I didn't have hardly any yarn left because I had already used all the cotton yarn up. So I brought yarn for the blankets, and I made a bunch I made a bunch of little squares up to the point, up except for the last row, because I join these squares as I go. So I made a bunch of them, not doing the last row, and then I'll do the last row and join them with the blanket. So I got a bunch of these squares made up while I was visiting my husband today. So yeah, that is all the projects I can show you that I have with me in Cedar Rapids. So yeah, this vacation, I don't want to say it sucked. Well, actually it did for my husband, because he was sick the entire time. I don't think you probably can tell I'm sick right now. I got a cough, runny nose. So he was miserable the entire time, and he didn't want to, he spent, I think, majority of the vacation held up in the hotel room because he didn't want to get my mom sick, because my mom's 80 years old. Which probably went too late. If my son was, yeah, we probably, hopefully, I'm hoping my mom don't get sick, but at least we know it's not COVID. Or at least my husband don't have COVID because they tested him. But all right, I'm rambling on. So what happened, we were driving, I think Saturday, we were leaving Wisconsin and heading back to Lincoln, Nebraska. And I noticed throughout the trip that he couldn't hardly walk without help. But I think the biggest red flag for me is that he couldn't use the, okay, I don't want to get too graphic. He wasn't using the bathroom. So like his kidneys weren't working. Like, that's what I kind of was figuring, that, okay, that I knew that he was getting sicker, and I knew that he wasn't going to make it home. So I had to stop. So I stopped just outside Cedar Rapids to an emergency room. And yeah, they came out and told me that he was very, very sick and needed to stay and go to the hospital. Stay at the hospital, so yeah. Yeah, but he is better now, but he would not have he would not have made the trip back. So thankfully I stopped. All right, okay. That is all I have. I'm sitting there thinking, so now when I get home, I gotta work on my mystery yarn challenge. I think this vacation showed me that I think I was doing 3 videos a week, and I think that was a little too much. I need to step back a little bit, but I'm not going away. I at least gonna do a video, just what I did. I'll just show you what I did and what I got going on. I'll probably do videos to show what's going on with the mystery yarn challenge. And any yarn that I get that falls in my lap that I bought, there'll be those videos. And yeah, there'll be more Temu yarn coming up in the future, because I bought yarn off Temu while I was on vacation. So I'll have that coming up. And probably one more Scrubby Sunday, because I sat and watched Alie's video. That's Alie at Alie Art Effects. It's where I first learned about Scrubby Sunday, was watching her video. She kind of reminded me, yeah, we're at the end of October and they need the washcloths by November 11th. So I think if I do any more dishcloths throughout this week, forget the rest of the week, maybe early next week, then I'll probably, maybe this coming Sunday might be the last Scrubby Sunday. And that will be it for that. And then I will mail off then it'll be for me, it'll be the second package of dishcloths for that. So then the Scrubby Sunday will end. If I may, I still have, oh my God, I still have crap load of cotton yarn though too. So I'll probably still be making dishcloths from time to time. Maybe as Christmas presents. All right, that is enough babbling by me. I'm hoping and praying that by the time you see this video, we'll have some good news. Actually, no, I'll probably post this video. Today's Monday. This video will probably come out late Monday. So hopefully, I'm hoping by Tuesday or tomorrow, my husband will get discharged and we'll be heading home Because I don't know, I don't know if I could do another day, spend another hotel, more money on a hotel room that we didn't have planned. So anyway, that is enough babbling by me. If you did like this video, please give it a like. Want to see more content like this, or any of my yarn content or tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.